All right, shalom, friends. One more salute to all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Dash, the artists of the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. And to all the sincere out about their personal truth and sincerity, this is a brother Bunya from GMS, Wisconsin. Just wanted to do a quick exhortation, you know. Hopefully it's somewhat encouraging to brothers, to really, examine yourself, examine your morals, you know, and make sure you doing what you can, for the brotherhood, as far as uplifting, as far as pretty much anything in your power to do so, which, I think I got that scripture listed. But without further ado, I'm gonna dive right into the scripture. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 20. It says, before judgment, examine thyself. In the day of thy visitation, thou shalt find mercy. So before you you go accusing a brother of anything falsely, you want to examine yourself first. Make sure you in right standing. Make sure you doing the right things. So before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. So when the time comes, the Most High come to judge you, if you doing everything right, hey, you'll find mercy. Salakia. This is I got it pre-noted. This is Matthew chapter 22, verse 37. And Yahushua said unto him, that thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second one is that thy love thy Slack is that the second one is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law of the prophets. So one of the two great commandments was first and foremost to love Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and part of the love of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, is first loving yourself, and loving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, loving yourself, and then loving the brotherhood, because a man who is evil to himself, what profited he, roughly paraphrasing. I believe that's in Sirach 30 and I think 30 and 23rd verse. But let me go back to it. And the point being in verse 38. The point being in verse 37. And Yahweh answered and said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and all thy mind, slacking. For this is the first great commandment. The point being in verse 39. And the second one is like unto it, that thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So when you want something, or you feel the need to get something, hey, what do? You go get it. You make every effort to get it done. And that same appreciation, that same compassion, the same loyalty should go towards a brother. But I'm gonna get the next scripture. This is Salakia, Proverbs 3 and 2. Proverbs 3 and 29. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 29. Devise not evil against thy neighbor, seeing he dwells securely with thee. So if your neighbor, your brother, doing right by you, hey, don't be evil toward him. Don't let thy eye be evil toward thy brother. This is First Timothy. This is First Timothy chapter 1, verse 5. Now the end of the commandments is charity out of a pure heart, and a good conscience, and faith in unforged. So out of a pure heart. So when you doing something for for a brother, or then hey, you don't want to just do it out of contentment, out of spite, but you want to do it out of a pure heart, because you want to do it. You know what I mean? Next verse. This is 1 Peter 1:21. It says, who by him do believe in the Most High, that he raised him from the dead and given him glory, that your faith and hope be in the Most High, seeing ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit, unforging love of the unforged love of the brother. See that ye love one another with a pure heart, fervently, and love one another fervently with a pure heart. Don't be looking at your brother funny. Don't be holding grudges against your brother. Being born again, not of corruptible seed, but of an incorruptible, by the word of the Most High, which liveth and abide forever. This is which this verse gonna explain. Next one. This is Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, insomuch as ye have done unto the least of these, and the king shall say and the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, insomuch as ye have done unto one of the least of these brethren, ye shall have done it unto me. So when you treat a brother wrong, or you doing something against a brother, or holding hate against a brother, you ultimately holding it and hating against Yahweh Shai. So hey, you want to be careful. How you approach your brother, how you treat a brother. This is Galatians. Salakia. This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 10. And I mentioned this earlier, if you got an opportunity or a chance to, to do something for a brother, if you see your brother in need, the brother might not even have to ask all the time. If you see your brother in need, hey, if it's in your power to do so, hey, help him out, And that goes a long way. That shows charity. That shows humility, Hey, that uplifts the next brother, But what, for this Galatians chapter 6, verse 10, as we have therefore opportunity, let us do it. Start over. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them whom are in the household of faith, especially them who are in the household of faith. Who is that talking about? That's talking about, your brothers, the ones who laboring with you in this truth, Let me get Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 27. It says, withhold not good from them whom it is due. And when it is in thy power, and when it is in the power of thy hand to do it. So you don't want to hold back, you see a brother in need or whatever the case is, and you can help out. Hey, don't hold back, don't, because ultimately you hold back from your house side, and you're hindering your own blessings, And pull out one more scripture and I'm gonna end it. This is 1 John 3 and 14. This is 1 John chapter 3 verse 14. And we know that we have passed from death unto life because we love the brethren. He that loved not his brother abideth in death. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer. And ye know that no murderer had eternal life and abided in him. And he had eternal life and slacking. No murderer had eternal life abiding in him. Hereby hereby perceive we the love of the Most High, because he had laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. But whosoever had this world's goods, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels in compassion for him, how dwell he in love of the Most High? How dwell the love of the Most High in him? My children, let us not have love in the world, neither in tongue, but in the deeds and in truth. Hereby we know that we are and hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure in our hearts before him. So hey, if it's in your power to hand to help a brother or whatever the case may be, do it. Because ultimately, hey, you building a bond, with your brother, a bond of trust, communication, whatever the case is, by helping that brother. And not only that, hey, the Most High gonna bless you, So, you want to treat the brothers, like unto yourself, with respect, faithfulness, being loyalty, helping one another, showing charity, so forth and so on. So, with that, hopefully this video was edifying. With that, I'm going to say all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash Bakatah, Shalom.